Hello there, in this video we will check how we can make use of calculation fields inside FormNX. First I have logged in with my FormNX account, and after login I will just create a basic form, and here I have created a form called as estimate form, and it's a very simple form containing just two fields, your name and email address. So we will improve this form to make use of calculation field. So first we will look with a very basic example how we can make use of this calculation field. So we will have the per product or service price as constant, which is $10, or you can use any value here. We will have a service quantity where the user will input how much of quantity they need, and based on these two we will have a calculation field which will show the multiplication of these two fields. So here I have two fields here, your name and email address. So next I will have a field for service quantity, which will be a number field. So here I have a number input here, and I will drag and drop the number input and write it as service quantity. I will make this field as required. Then next we have a field for total, which will show the calculation value. So I will add another field which will be calculation value. So for doing calculation we have to add this form calculation field. I will drag and drop this field here, and I will rename this one as total. So now here we have to set up the formula for form calculation. So what my formula is, it's very simple: product price into quantity. So my product price is constant here, which is $10 into, and this is my service quantity. So this is how you can make use of this calculation field. Just input the formula, use this inbuilt keypad here to add the formula, and use all of these dynamic tags here to insert various tags. So next I will save this form, and now here I will input this one as 1. You can see whenever I am entering the service quantity as 1, it's showing the total cost as $10. If I am entering service quantity as 20, it's getting calculated as $200. So this is how you can make use of this calculation field. This is a very basic example. Next we will check how we can make some advanced uses of this calculation field. So here in this example we keep the product price as constant as $10, but suppose if we need the product price to be based on the user selection, we will have two different products or multiple products, and based on the user selection the price will get calculated. So first what I will do is I will add a field where the user can select which product they need. So I will add a radio field here for using which the user can select which product they need. Select product, or you can name it as service also. Product 1, and then I have product 2. So here I have added two options, product 1 and product 2. I will go to this option setting. So for product 1 the price is $10. So inside option setting I have to enable this calculation value. I will make this as $10, product 1 calculation value as $10, product 2 calculation value as $20, and I will spread these two columns. Now we have to go to this total cost, and I have to change the formula here. I will just clear this formula, and what I will do is I will have this field select product or services into the service quantity. So our total cost now is the multiplication of the product the user is selecting and the quantity of that particular product. So let us save this form and see how it's working. So I am selecting this as product 1 and service quantity as 1. So you can see it is doing $10 here. I can enter 100 here and it will show me 1000. If I am selecting the product as 2, the product 2 price was $220, so it is showing me 2000 here. So this is how you can make use of calculation value. This is also a very basic example. Create any formula inside the calculation value. You can make use of radio or select box or drop down from which the user will select what they need, and from there for each of these options you can have a different calculation values for them. So this is how you can set up the calculation field inside FormNX. Next you can make use of this calculation field for integration with Stripe, or you can send it to Google Sheet, or you can use this calculation value in conditional fields also, and also you can use it inside the email. So you can make use of this calculation field, that is total cost, anywhere inside this application, inside this field conditions, email, or you can make it inside setting or integrations. Next, suppose you don't want to show this calculation value. For example, you are using it with Stripe integration and you don't want to show this calculation value to the user. So what you can do is just make this field as read only and hide this field. So always keep this field as read only, because if it's not read only, then user will be able to change its value. Just keep this as read only, and you can also hide this field so that the value will not be shown to the user, and it will be only shown when you are redirecting to a strike. So that is how you can make use of this calculation field. Next, let's say instead of making this as a radio field, you want the user will be able to select both of them, like product 1, and they can enter the quantity for product 1, product 2 they can enter the quantity for product 2. So for that case, what we can do is we can simply remove this radio box from here, and let us go to edit of this field. We can keep this one as product 1 quantity. We can simply duplicate this field, and we will make this as product 2 quantity, and now the cost will be the cost of product 1 and the cost of product 2. So we will go to this total calculation field and clear this formula from here. What we will do is we will have a starting bracket, product quantity 1 into, let's say our cost for 1 is $10 plus product quantity 2, let's say the cost of product 2 is $20. So this is how you can set up the formula for total cost calculation. Let us save this form and see how it's working. Let me go here. I will enter the product quantity 1 as 1. So you can see it's showing total cost as $10. If I'm making this one as 0 and making this one as 1, you can see it is showing me $20 here. So you can input the quantity of both of them, and based on their sum it will show the total value here. So this is how you can make use of any advanced calculation inside this FormNX calculation field. So I hope you find it very useful, and thank you for watching.